Hi, this is Joseph Knopps with Visions Meet, and today I'm with a friend and associate, Mike Smith, and he's going to talk about how his faith intertwines with his life, his occupation, and how that works for him. Enjoy. Recently, Mike, you were talking with me and saying that in your faith and in your religion has also become and always has been a part of your life, but also you begin to see how it really becomes part of our life. Can you elaborate somehow?
Well, yeah, interestingly, to back up just a little bit, I was not raised as a Catholic, but I'm a convert, which a lot of people, I guess, don't know. But my wife was Catholic, whom I married, and we're married in a Catholic ceremony. But I converted. Over the course of obviously going through the Catechism of the Church, and the conversion process was interesting, but the real thing is I was doing funerals with a Catholic funeral home in the Detroit area even before I met my wife, and we would be at a Catholic church all the time, and I watched these funeral directors that I worked for, but really I worked with, and they would be the first to tell you that because we all worked together. I watched them practice their faith when we went to church, and I thought, well, that's odd, because I wouldn't have done that with normally, at a funeral. But I was young, my early 20s, and really didn't understand what I understand today, being 49 years old. But I watched them practice their faith, and it caused me, even not knowing about the faith, to grow in the faith. And then met my wife, and we were married and converted, and all of that, and came to know the faith better and better. So it was interesting when I started my workout regimen. I know in another blog I've talked about running and what running has done. And then I went on to start to do triathlons, and I knew I needed some coaching. So I thought, well, how can I tie this in? I'm worried that this running and this working out has become sort of a religious thing for me, and it shouldn't be like that. So I said, well, I got to find somebody that does this, that's Catholic. And so I Googled up, as everybody does, Catholic runner, and was really surprised. A gentleman's name came up, and I think I can mention it, Brad Sang. And if you Google him, he's quite a speaker and a former professional triathlete, multi-sport coach. I believe he coaches at the University of Boulder, their triathlon team. And so I was able to connect with him and get some information and some help, and we've since talked at least 4 or 5 times a week about a training regimen for me, and we keep a calendar, or he keeps a calendar. He puts workouts in there and keeps it all very structured for me, and knows what I need to do, and really got me to the point where I could do this marathon, the Detroit Free Press Marathon that I did here recently. And so he was a very helpful person, and continues to be, and will continue to be, I'm sure, in the future. But that's sort of grew through faith, and you find these things out, and you meet people within the faith, and it's kind of a neat experience.
I hear what you're saying there. One priest mentioned to me, we're fortunate in our faith of Catholicism that there's a maturity that continues to evolve of who we are. And you said that in some semblance a few minutes ago.
Right. With the faith, it causes you to grow in it. I mean, it causes you to mature in the faith, and so that's been a neat experience, and it's day by day and week by week and month by month, and every year you feel different things and understand new things, and because none of us is going to be on this earth forever, so you've got to grow along with that process until we pass, which is what I do.